City and the surrounding area. Searching for properties for retailers, working with artists continuously, and bringing those artists over to Clinton, and hopefully bringing the Clinton artists over here to some projects. Working with the Chamber on their artisan program in March, and I hope they'll pull in artists from all over the county. Yeah, we brought those artists over to Clinton for a holiday artist sale. With the existing businesses, we've worked on with marketing plans, because we're here for the businesses that are here, the entrepreneurs that already have their business here and are still successful. They may need some tweaking or some classes or some ideas or brainstorming. So we've worked with a couple of them on marketing. We've looked at grants for some others. Mayor Jenkins and I went over to Next Generation and we'll go to some other businesses this year. And as far as marketing and PR, we do a lot on our website about Farmer City, and we support all of your projects. So we got to play in the parades, volunteered for the 175th, got to volunteer for the WCIA Our Town. That was so much fun. And we continue to post things to Facebook and any other way that we can help promote Farmer City and shopping local. Also, we are participating in the Farmer City Chamber and volunteering for the dinner committee and that artisan show that we hope to help them with in March. And recently I got to be a speaker for the Farmer City Kiwanis. Resources. We work with you to bring you resources. We work with Larry and Mike and the rest of you. We hope to find any kind of resource that you need. It's up to the city, of course, you all have all the day-to-day work and the rules and regulations, and you get to talk to people who are looking for important information from you. And we hope to bring you leads for new businesses, and we hope to bring you resources. Most people are looking for funds, so we hope to find grants and loans and programs, USDA, Ameren, NICOR, things like that. So we've been working with all of you on that. Met with Paul with Gibson Area Hospital, because we know that they're working to promote Farmer City, and we'd like to help any way we can. And we were even on the DeWitt County Transportation Committee, try to find some way to bring more transportation opportunities to the county. And then on the second sheet, Michelle helped me with a pivot table this year, and that is still the hardest thing I have ever done. So this is the list. The business contacts that we have are 232 potential contacts that we made this year. And out of that, how many times did we talk to them, and what type of business were they? Were they a prospect or a developer? Did they own property here? And then we even took that same information and said, did it pertain to Clinton or Farmer City, or was it a combination? Like when we were talking about a gas station last year, Farmer City, Kinney, and Weldon all were interested in a gas station, still are. So that's why they're all listed together, because you can't just call them up for Farmer City, then hang up and call them back for Kinney. I guess you could. And so looking at this, we've stepped up doing things with Farmer City, in Farmer City. None of this is working with our peers, working with the resources, working with the government officials. All of this is specifically with the businesses. As you can see, just in Farmer City, we've spent about 19% of our time on Farmer City. Then you add in the combination with the Clinton Farmer City calls that we've made, 24%. So for the 13% investment that you've made, we're giving a great deal more than 24% back, and enjoying it too. And see that with all the work that you're doing in Farmer City and the work that we can help you with, we can really move forward and get some positive things coming to town. As you've seen, you've already done quite a bit. You've already got new businesses coming to town. You've done some great upgrades to the inside of the city for the 175th. So whatever we can do to continue helping you with that, it's great. Now, on top of all that, let's see. We're requesting that this year, that we've got, the 13,000 for this year's budget, and then, oops, some for next year. I have the budget in there. Trying to juggle all this. And I even showed, we did some details this year with our budgets, showing what we've been doing for the last few years and what funds we've been getting, how it's being spent, where it's being spent, and some opportunities that we'll have with it. This spring, we hope to start our seminars on marketing. We have a specialist that's going to come in and talk about social media and Facebook and websites and traditional marketing, about 5 different seminars or workshops on it. And that's why we have a negative 3,000 in our budget for this year. And for next year, because we didn't spend the money last year when we were working on it and spread it out over the next 2. The first list that you looked at was as the partners have split up, have invested in the organization. It shows when the payments were and how they were, and who's paying what. So yours is 13% of the $100,000 that we get. Now, most of you have met Mark Killo. He's been a volunteer now for 3 years, almost 4 years, helping us part-time, and he's taken on more and more. And because of him, we've been able to make many, many more contacts than we ever did before. We also have an office manager, Tricia Young. She's been there with the federal program, Experience Works, for almost 4 years. We haven't had to pay a cent for her either. Both of them have been working for us part-time. And Tricia's program, the grant money is gone on May 19th. So we're looking to increase for next fiscal year, increase and come up with $40,000 so that we can keep those 2 on hand, on staff, so that we can put Mark on staff for part-time. And then keep Tricia. Have you got any questions?
Of all the businesses that you've got in contact with, at least in some sort of contact back with you?
Of all?
They've all either said maybe or no or yes?
Yes, maybe no or yes, yeah. We don't have very many just hanging out there. We do have some that have said maybe not this year, maybe next year, maybe the year after that. So you just have to keep in contact with it. When we go to those ICSC meetings, it's pretty frustrating because they're looking for, in this economy, they're looking for high household income and they're looking for a dense population. So we've asked, we keep asking, should we keep coming to people who like us, who've come many times? Should we keep coming or are we wasting our time? And I said, well, when they're ready to come downstate, they won't remember you if you don't come. So it's relationship building. It's just like any other kind of sale. Mike's going to go with us to one of our conferences soon, to the Illinois Institute of Rural Affairs. We take 3 board members every year, and we can learn from our peers and from some other agencies about ways that they've increased business, ways that they've retained business, any new grants or loans that are out there. We still have our revolving loan fund. It started out at $110,000 that we got from the USDA in 2010. We've loaned it out to 2 different new businesses. One was outside of Clinton and the other one inside of Clinton. The one outside of Clinton is the Serpro of Central Illinois. It was a 5-year loan at 3% interest. And he came in yesterday and gave us, paid ahead and said that he will pay us off earlier than 5 years. The business is doing very well and he's very happy with the fact that we helped him get started in a difficult economy. The second one is West Innovations. They just started this year, so they're just getting started, and most of the fundings that we help them with would be for marketing. Some of it was for equipment. Still have about 20,000 left, and we have 2 people who've made an application for it. Been trying to get someone from Farmer City to fill out an application for it. I'd like to have it over here. I'd like to have it over here doing some good.
Other questions?
Yeah, I do, I just have to figure out how I want to phrase it. So far this year, how many new businesses have you brought to our county? And where's the largest number of them been?
Largest number are in Clinton, the largest population.
Okay.
We've been working here in Farmer City, helping to retain some businesses and helping some businesses talking about expanding. We personally haven't brought anybody new here. We thought that we would have someone new here by December 31st, but we're having problems finding the perfect site for them. So hopefully by the end of next year, you'll see that one.
So how many new businesses have you brought to our
For
county?
the whole county, I don't have all those numbers in front of me.
I would be interested in those numbers if you
I
could
can see
email
those, yeah.
that.
I'm glad to
That
do
would be
that.
great. Thank you.
I'll email that to all of you.
That'd be fine.
And after y'all look that over, just let me know what other questions you have.
I'd like to have the names of the businesses also.
Sure. I know Richland, that's an expansion, not a new one. Yeah, if I did this, it would
I'm
only be
interested
by,
in just new.
it would be by memory, and that wouldn't be very good.
That's fine.
Anything else?
I don't have questions because I see you quite often, so I get to ask you then, but I just want to say that I appreciate the much increased involvement you guys have had, at least that I've seen you in this last year, at chamber meetings and different things that have been going on, and so thank you because you've helped us as a chamber
Good, thanks.
and that expertise, so I appreciate it.
We always encourage entrepreneurs to, and new businesses to join the chambers wherever they are, because we really believe in the chambers. And I think I was telling you or someone at the dinner that in the Clinton area, there was a new business, and that business came to me and said, this is expensive, I hate to spend this money. So I asked that person to calculate what one referral, how many referrals would it take for them to make money? And so one referral would have paid 3 times for their membership. So I said, you know, if you participate in a chamber event and you participate in chamber meetings, you're going to get at least one to pay for that. So they join the chamber. And that's what I suggest for this chamber too. Anytime I'm talking to business people. But you have to participate, you have to be a part of your community, and then it'll pay off.
Any other questions? Ruth, thank you for your time. We do appreciate it.
You didn't break it?
No, you're fine. See how resilient it is?
Have you done this or is it just permission? Just permission. Oh, I don't know if you've done these now.
Entertain to move on to item number 4 in section 3.
I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance 914, ordinance amending electrical ordinance. It will establish the date for disconnection of electrical service for non-payments.
Second.
Any discussion?
This is simply a little bit of housekeeping, if that's what you'd like to call it. Nowhere in our electrical ordinance does it actually state a disconnection date. And so we thought that we better get this thing ironed out, so there's no confusion in the city hall and with the customers themselves. So now when it states on your bill disconnect date,
It's the last Wednesday of the month.
it will be, if approved.
So that's always just been on the bill, never had.
Never been on the books, just on the bill.
Any questions, discussion? Paul?
Han,
Yes.
Monahan,
Yes.
Pearl,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
motion carried.
I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session 5 ILCS 120/2C5 to discuss the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body.
I'll second.
Call
Monahan,
Yes.
Pearl,
Yes.
Jenkins,
it. Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Han,
Yes.
motion carries.
We are now in executive